All right. How's everybody doing here? 8 minutes to the top of the hour, March 4th. Crude's been moving up a little bit, but it hasn't been too much of an issue because it's really buried inside the day. Um, the futures have been holding pretty damn good up, man. I gotta say. We have definitely seemed to have found some exhaustion risk. And I think we'll take a look at that right now. We'll start there, and then we'll just kind of go through a couple of names. All right, so let's see what SPY says. All right, if SPY will let me. Okay, so right here, all right, this is a 5-minute bar. I'm going to switch that around to a 15 so you can get a better picture here. All right, so we see here, right? We got this little situation up in here. We did get up to 686.70, so it seems as such that we have some exhaustion risk anywhere above this 668. 686.70, somewhere in that area, and we'll see. We bounced off that high, and then we pulled back, and that was all we had for that. Now everything's just sitting there. We got the Qs right now trying to make a move here to make a new high. So as we speak, that looks like that might be happening. All right, so Q's trying to take it right now on the 15 and on the 60. So you got the two twos. It's all twos today in the Qs. All right, and trying to get back up to the highs on that day, which is very not too far off, by the way here. All right, so coming back up here, 612.01. Okay, so we're only like 50 cents. All right, 50 cents to get back up to the highs of the day. Qs have been very strong today. And then we'll look through a couple of those names as well. And then we got the diamonds. Kind of having a good day, up $3.26. Considering all the things that are going on, it's pretty remarkable that we've come back as quickly as But again, there's going to be some potholes in the road here. All right, so we're still fighting to get that number back up on that 50,000. But on here it would be the 50, whatever we got to about 5,200 or something like that, 50,200. I think that was around our big number. All right, so we'll see there. Diamond's good day. All right, we've got some exhaustion risk up here, as you can see. All right, we've bounced off here a couple of times now. We'll see what happens before the end of the day comes. They've been holding up really good all day, and yesterday we kind of fell apart a little bit at the end of the day. So we'll wait to see if guys want to take profits for overnight. So maybe they want to hold them during the day, but maybe they don't want to hold them overnight. All right, so we'll see about that. All right, so futures, here we are, man. We're doing really well. Gotta say, we'll look at the Nasdaq has really been holding well. We're up 410 points here today. Now $410, I should say, up 1.66%. That's your quarter, by the way. I know you can't see that, but here's your week, and here is your. Oh, how did I change that all? All right, hold on there. I made a boo boo. All right, I'm gonna go to the month. Where are you? Okay, there's your month. And there is your 4-hour. Now we'll go to the week here. All right, there we go. All right, Nasdaq holding up strong. All right, again, a little bit of exhaustion risk here. All right, they keep knocking on the door, but they won't let them in. All right, so they're coming back down again now. So with this exhaustion risk coming back inside, SPY's got the same situation, and we're going now to the SPX, guys. That's SPX. All right, we're dealing with the cash right now. All right, so there you are. On our weekly, we're chasing down 69.09. We're not too far off. And as you see, the exhaustion risk is up in this area here. So what we talk about that a lot is that when we move above that incrementally, this should become our new support levels. All right. But that's all again to be seen. All right. So futures pretty good. We'll go through some of the names that we had today. A couple ones that BW moved out here. BW was trading real flat all day, and then boom, made a nice move to the upside there. Got up to 1103 now, up 36% now on BW. All right, so nice move there. This one was good. It was flat, doing nothing, and all of a sudden you get the pop. All right, so that got it back up to $11.05 and holding up there pretty good too, right there. All right, so BW definitely one of better. I would like to say that the rest there's a lot of stuff moving, but it's not. All right, BNAI, nothing going on there. All right. Still made the move to the downside and triggered everything. All right, and then you get the 2-2 and then bring it. Now it's kind of probably looking to chop out the rest of the day. You're stuck inside on the day with indecision, so not much to talk about there. My Boeing got better here today. She fought back. She got back and took the ties back of the day. I was jokingly saying that it could go. I know I'm saying they cannot go 3 because we couldn't break yesterday's lows. All right, so we got that 2 up there, but we're going to get a flip here at 12:30. I'm going to go back to that 4-hour again. Look at this Momo hammer on Boeing. All right, that could go into force. All right, so watch that. That's an outside bar too. So look for the 3-2. That's what you're going to be looking for. All right. If it goes into force, and we'll see about that. All right. What else is there? Some of these satellite stocks, they're not doing anything, man. All right, GSAT, garbage. Coming back inside. Now you're 2-2 back up trying to fight here. And there you go. That's what we got. Okay. So that one, I'm looking at that Iridium, but again, not doing anything here. I'm watching, keeping an eye on them, but it's boring to watch them. All right, because there's nothing going on. All right, so let's go to the let's go to this XLY, which has been the stud today. All right, up $1.89, up 1.675% today. All right, this one is just really, really good. That one I'm liking a lot today. All right, that's a nice 2-day upper now. All right, so XLY, you want to be looking for the 222. All right, you get the three white sultans. I call them sultans. So looking for another one tomorrow here on discretionaries to the upside. If these guys could take care of this business that they've gotten themselves into, and they can get it straightened out quick and get this market right back up to where it was, hallelujah. All right, that's what I say, hallelujah. All right, so XLY, XLF, not much there on financials. Not really too much to talk about here. As you can see right now on the 60s, you see what's going on. They're keeping it real close to the vest. Nothing going on there. But we don't have the quarter. We got an outside quarter. I know you can't see that right now, but just couldn't believe me, it's there. All right, and here's your month right now, coming back up on your XLF. So the bank's trying to scrape back in after the two down with the new month coming in. I tell you, March is coming in green, but watch how she rolls out. All right, so XLF definitely a little better here. Energy, just be careful with it. All right, be careful with the energy. All right, so today you're down on the day here on XLE, trying to get back up to the highs, trying to get up into yesterday's business, but not really getting the job done on this one either. So XLE. Kind of quiet on this guy. It's all about this guy right here. You keep your eye on the crude, man. Keep your eye on the crude. All right, so 2 up on the week now. That's your 4-hour. So look to see if that can take 2 up. We'll see though. All right. And here's your day. 2-1 stuck inside. I don't see us getting out of that, but if it does get out of that, then I'd say your markets are going to turn south. Okay. So we'll see if that happens. All right. You might get a little bit of a move back up, but I don't see anything incremental. I mean, what do I know? Right? We don't know. It's the unknown. All right, so we're going to be stuck with that for a while now, too. All right, and then we'll look at Tesla. You know, it looks so good in the morning. They got that upgrade. I got to say, it's not doing horrible. All right, it consolidated for 2 solid hours, and it's still not doing anything. Okay, so it seems to be stuck here for right now on Tesla. You know, if this thing gets away with the day up 11, up 11.71%, everybody's going to say that was a really good day, even though it just drifted all day. But that's the way it will look. All right, so Tesla, Google, and by the way, I'm making up a list of the quarters, and then we'll pick a day when we get some free time, and we'll just kind of go through the quarters. All right, we'll see about that. Google, you see it here. You know, the 4 hours coming, but there's no setup here. You know, there's no hammer. There's just stuck in the middle. Sneaky Pete's going to get in there. It's going to be quiet. Google's not doing anything. All right, I was just going through these too. I was looking at those on the quarters here. NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I like the 3-1 inside on the month. I like the 3-1-2 to the downside. That's what I really like. But we'll see about that. All right. And Microsoft has got the same exact setup there. All right. So we like these inside months. Here we are again, right? Microsoft on the month, 2-1 inside with the 2-2 down to start the year. All right, so these guys all came in at, we know that they're all 2 down a month. We know that they can't rally because we've watched them. And we know that the SPY is still chopping even though it's trying to get back up. It's just trying to get back up to the top of the range so it can get back down to the bottom of the range again. But we'll see. All right, if things really transpire quickly and this market gets back up, I'd still be, I'm cautiously long. All right, cautiously long. That's the way I would word it. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I wish there was a lot more to say. You know, Fortinet is really a stud. I mean, all of these cybers got issues except for this guy. All right, me and Nancy Pelosi got this one. All right, look at this thing. As you can see, full time frame in continuity with the outside out. Just believe me, there's an outside quarter there. I know you can't see it, but look at the 2-1 inside. All right, this one is just really, really good. All right, Fortinet, this thing's really cooking. And then you pull up a CrowdStrike, right? You got it's kind of stuck in the middle, doesn't know what to do. Oh, it got better on the day. It most certainly did. That changed. Okay, CrowdStrike changed a lot there, coming back up. Pan W up. Okay, yeah, look at these guys move. I haven't been watching them that much. All right, Rapido, Stupido, RPD. Oh, all right. So cybers, but we've been talking about them a couple weeks back, and they weren't moving, but here they are. All right, and this. You're going to have to go off this trade on the month or at least the week. All right, so we got a 3-2-2 right here on Rapid. So it's going to be hard to get out of this no matter where we go on this guy. All right. Now, CrowdStrike, I mean, what's its issue? Everybody got an issue on something. Up $11.70. I got to say that this thing, it had bad numbers, and now it's really cooking pretty nice. That's pretty bullish. All right. Now I see CrowdStrike trying to come back down. It's been moving up exponentially very nicely today. And here's that. Look for this one. Look for the 3 with the 2 up. on the 4 hour. All right, that's what we're looking for right there. Got the 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. All right, watch that 4 hour, especially on these right now. These things are hot, so watch out. You burn your hand if you touch them. All right, but they are better. Airlines, not much going on there in that group. I'm not going to go through all the groups here, but we know that retail, XRT retail is struggling, but discretionaries are really, really good. XLP's not doing anything for us, nothing. Energy's got troubles because of what's going on. XLB, it's red today. I don't know what to say about XLB. You know, gold was higher today, and they kind of sold off a little bit. So that you got that. Just the industrials can't move; they're stuck. They're 2 a day, and they're red, and they're not doing anything, not going anywhere. All right, so we'll wait and see until some things change. We are at the highs right now on the futures across the board here. I'm talking SPYs, Qs, diamonds. I'm calling SPX /NQ and /MYMs on the cash. All right, so keep an eye out. Markets are doing really good here, folks. I'm very surprised. All right, so I'll definitely try to get back to you by the end of the day. Be good.